let's see, just trying to get things set up. I'm going to talk about, Saturday night's main event this past Saturday. We're going to talk about that, which it was not that good. Just put it that way. Um, there's a little bit of, Milwaukee development news that I want to talk about, so I kind of saved that. So we'll talk about that. And while I'm at it, let me see if I can find something else. So find that, and of course it's going to be slow because of the cold. So that's why I didn't do, Twitch today because I knew something like this was going to happen. It was like, yeah, nothing, get anything right when it comes to this internet. So looks like it may not even be let's see, no, 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 no. Well, that's probably what I'm going to talk about today. That's probably be the same thing. So let me look at one thing before we start. So I'm gonna try to get this done for you guys like as quick as possible because a lot of people got stuff to do in the morning, so I understand that. So like I said, I'm gonna try to get this done as quickly as I can. Um, but half the time, like see a topic, then like, oh my god, I got something to talk about. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Before we get started. Um. No. Okay. So it was mainly that same thing. So it probably won't be much stuff that's importantly enough in my opinion to talk about. So we're not going to do that. And we are probably going to talk about some comic book stuff. So y'all saw like a couple of videos that I put up last week on YouTube talking about the trailer for Supergirl they released and the trailer for Street Fighter, which was a surprise to me, and I wasn't expecting for that to just pop off, and yeah, it's just insane, and yeah, and if y'all want to check out that video, it's out there. Should look at movies and TV news, and it's probably the latest video that I did for that part. And just give me a second here, and now my laptop wants to act up, and now I'm trying to get to oh boy, like all I'm doing is try to get to no, not all teams. Let's go to the box. Do not hide previous dates. Just go to there we go. Sunday's game. Which I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it live. I think I watched it yesterday, and yeah, it was really, really disappointing. So we will talk about that as well. So just user QQAMB4WJ7J. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you checking out on the live. Let's see. Did I miss anybody to do shout outs? Well, like I said, anybody like if you want to shout out on here while I'm like doing it live, just say hi or whatever, and I will like shout your name out as best way I can. But yeah, so I will do my best on that. So just announce yourself. So let me see if that's finally. I said it doesn't take this long to load up the reason. There we go. Um, okay, let me add this. I think I'm gonna add talk about let's talk about a little bit of wrestling. So probably gonna add that to the mix too. So maybe is there something that I'm interested in like talk about like wrestling wise. So okay, let's set this recording for the pre-recorded episode. And oh wow, yeah, I forgot there was a lot of videos that I did. Okay, delete, 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 and these two I'm just gonna leave it there. So let's do this recording. Set this up. Um, I wish that was the case. Maybe I think I'll be skinnier than I am now. I know losing like 20 pounds is still ain't enough. So yeah. Um, let's get this recording started. Wait for the countdown. Hey, what's up, everybody that's watching? This pre-recorded episode of WFSO Aftermath Special. Like we're live on my personal TikTok page. Look for Archer J to look for Archer J if you want to like watch it like live, and also we're live on YouTube as well. Not just this pre-recorded episode on YouTube, but we are live on YouTube as well. So get a chance, come on, watch some live stuff. But like we're gonna talk about the results of Saturday night's main event. I didn't put a prediction video up. Just been one hectic weekend. Work and all other stuff that was going on. And plus family stuff. Like I mentioned on a quick video on Sunday that I was gonna do this show today, like right about now, because of family stuff. So one of the important things in my life is family. So why not? Um, besides that, just seeing if there's a little bit of wrestling news that we're going to talk about, so we will, just put that up there too. The Nets and the Bucks and Nets game that happened this past Sunday, I did finally get the chance to watch it yesterday, so we'll talk about that. It's only one thing to talk about when it comes to Milwaukee development. Then some maybe some comic book movies and TV news. So there's just a lot of stuff of that is going on around. So let's talk about Saturday night's main event. Was highlight like the main event with John Cena's last match, and of course with other stuff that's going on too. So okay, there we go. So we're gonna start with the with the results of the first match, which was WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in a non-title match against NXT Champion Oba Femi, and it was getting good, but out of nowhere, our Carson 8503, hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. But anyway, so Drew McIntyre ended up ruining a good match. So the match ended up with a no contest, and both Oba Femi and Cody Rhodes was beating up Drew McIntyre, and they shake hands and raise each other's hands and stuff after the match. So I think they would face each other again at some point. So right now, it's just gonna be like a wait and see like when that's gonna happen. You had Sol Ruka, she defeated Bailey, and it was an incredible match for women. So I was highly entertained with this whole match, especially that Sol Ruka's move, Soul Snatcher. It is a thing of beauty. But like the match overall was good too. They all like shake hands too because you have Lyra Valkyria in Bailey's corner, and you have uh why can't I never remember that woman's name? Zara. I think it was Zara or something like that. I could be wrong, but anyways, yeah, she they all just raise each other's hand afterwards. So good sportsmanship. Um, and a good match too. That because mainly this whole thing was just showing that majority of it, except for the main event, was showing like the future of WWE is in good hands. So I think it was always on good hands, but you got certain people that are always whining and complaining about okay, this person get pushed and they're like, oh man, I ain't like you get pushed. I mean, why he's on the title so long? It's just like people are not satisfied and complaining. So we will get to part of that in a bit too as well. So another good match: AJ Styles and Dragon Lee went against Javon Evans and TNA's X Division champion Leon Slater, which a lot of high flying from all four guys, and it was just good. Um, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee did retain the World Tag Team titles, so and show the respect on their end at the end of the match. So it was pretty good. Vince came out, was arguing about, he should be the one that facing John Cena. Then, R Truth out there was just saying something. He said, you took an opportunity for somebody, and that was end up being Joe Hendry. So both Joe Hendry and R Truth were, attacking the Miz. Yeah, well, it was a good moment. And everybody, that was on the, that, their matches and stuff, they did like a salute to John Cena. They did, was you can't see me, or they did a salute. So that's pretty cool. And things that did the probably only bad thing about Saturday night's main event was how the match ended. Gunter did beat John Cena. Like on the first time in a long time, John Cena had tapped out. Um, yeah, a lot of people, was in their feelings about it, including myself, because like, look, don't get me wrong. I don't mind if Gunter did, win the match or anything like that, or John Cena win the match, go out and blaze a glory, whatever. But really, like, you could have had like John Cena, pass out, and that could have been like a way better thing than what we got with him decided to tap out and kind of smile about it too when he was on the verge to say he was going to tap out. So like I said, the match was good until that very finish. I don't care who decided that finish. Either it was John Cena himself or Triple H. Both of them could have said no. Don't go with that finish.
Gunter looked confused, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He Gunter did
Like
look
he
confused.
wasn't aware of that's what's going to happen.
Right. He was like, did he tap out? Did he tap? Because after the show, like, oh, he really got booed, and Triple H really got booed. Um, you heard them like in, outside, the arena when they was like going to their car, like Gunter needed security, and when Triple H did the post show, I didn't see the post show, but from what I heard, they was booing him, and then they were saying AEW. I'm like, wow, yeah, you gonna have like a lot of people probably would jump shit. That could be the problem. So normally, if you want another company like do better than the other one, you try to watch their shows more. But at the like, I try to watch AEW every now and every chance I get. But at the same time, it's like they got a guy like Tony. Yep, I agree with you, Michael Gonzalez. I agree. I would have him just passed out than tap out. I agree with that.
That's exactly what you said.
Yep, it was better he just passed out than tap out. Like I said, I didn't care who won, but the ending should have been better than that. Um, and the crazy thing is, on Raw, it kind of like showed that everybody. Well, you got. I'll say not everybody. I'll say a lot of people like dislike Gunter. You saw some people in the stands, was clapping for him, but yeah, just the nature of the beast. But I'm glad that they Oh yeah, like I'm not saying like I don't like understand it. I get it, but it's like they just mentioned they retired. He I couldn't say that they retired, but he beat Goldberg, then he beat John Cena. So I wouldn't say he will put him on retirement, but they will make that seem like so. That's kind of like a stupid narrative by WWE and just don't think about things. Because what was it? Who's the last few people that ended up retiring? So you have a storyline of Ric Flair like he's not going to retire until he gets beaten. That makes sense. Um, with the Kurt Angle retirement, he mentioned that he was going to retire, but yeah, like Gunter did. No, no, no. It was Baron Corbin that beat him, and look where Baron Corbin is now. He's not even in the WWE anymore. So yeah, yep. You're right. He did. It was just like oh my god. But I'm glad they showed a little bit of respect for seeing it like after the match. Everybody came out. Especially CM Punk and Cody Rhodes handing them each their titles. He was celebrating, and they did show like a little bit of what they did for John Cena is what Cena and Batista did for Hulk Hogan. So yeah, you must be a professional wrestler yourself. So good luck if you have a match. For the picks. So yeah. Oh yeah. I agree that he's been upgraded to like the ultimate villain. So I know that's what they wanted, but I think people probably would have more respect if he would have, like we mentioned, just pass out than just tap out because that could be like, okay, like there's other matches that Cena could have tapped out and they can't even say that. So but they would just mention the sports entertainment is over and the professional wrestling is starting to begun. Um, like I said, professional wrestling had always been there, but if they claim that sports entertainment is like over with, it would have been you don't have to start with like 20 minutes like what Gunter did yesterday. Parading around said like I beat John Cena and stuff like that. Like you don't talk. You start with a match instead of like a long 20-minute promo, which at times WWE does that really ain't needed. So it's like one of those things you just don't understand why they go that route. So I'll believe if sports entertainment is over until I see something different otherwise. So in my opinion, sports and entertainment ain't gonna go away because that's basically what it is: sports and entertainment. People want to get entertained, so there's no way that sports and entertainment is gonna go away anytime soon. So you know, wherever the case may be, and wherever people say it's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna rate it and grade it. So I'm trying to think, for rating it wise, I'm gonna rate it I rated a 9. Could have been a solid 10, but two issues though. The outcome, the finish of the main event, and if you had like something that's going on over like 2 hours, you could have fit like one more match in there. So, me, I know WWE trying to fix with the with quantity over quality. But at the same time, it's crazy to say that you can do both, and I don't know why they started go with that narrative. Like you want to do like less matches, but you want to charge people like a lot for going to shows. But I know that's TKO for you. So I give, like I said, give it a 9, and the grade. I'm not gonna give it an A or A plus or A minus. I'm not gonna do that. So I know this is gonna be a little bit harsh with what I'm gonna give them. If y'all think about it, I'm gonna give it a B minus. So 9 out of 10 for the show for grading it. Like I said, B minus. So that would be my grading for that. Okay. And I know there's one more pay per view that's gonna be coming up, and that's AEW's The World's End, which would be not not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. So I don't know why I thought it was on a Sunday, so I just wasn't thinking. But anyways, so let's see. There's a little bit wrestling news that we can be interested in talking about before we move on to the next subject. Um, some of y'all probably saw that I think it was Randy Orton, his wife, almost and his wife, and I think it was a few other superstars that's right now in Saudi Arabia. I think they just promoting like the Royal Rumble, which is going to be there at the end of next month. So first time out. I think it was the first time it ever been out of the states, the Royal Rumble. So well, besides being in like if it was in Canada or something like that, but just like first time out of North America. So I know people are just gonna like think about this, but it was supposed to happen here, but freaking Brewers and their collectives didn't get things finished like they were supposed to, because like they didn't like they supposed to winterize it like right now, but they doing other stuff and they're gonna do the winterization of it after this coming season of the Brewers, uh 2026 season. But then again, it's like they say one thing and things go to another. And that's funny because I'm part of the fan advisory board with the Brewers, and I know certain people they can only give you like this much information. Then suddenly things have changed. And I apologize for people that's watching this pre-recorded. I did not try to click on that, but I'm not going to talk about this only but a little bit. But Mick Foley cut ties with WWE with continued association with the president. So my opinion on this, and just one thing only, is if you want to stick to your morals and you don't like what a company is doing, good for him for sticking up to his guns and his beliefs. So, and some people give him backlash about it because this and that. But as I was talking to like somebody, I'm like there's gonna be people that's not gonna be happy with what the president is doing right now, and there's some people that are. So like you can't get upset with somebody that had their own views and all that stuff. And the thing is like the person was talking about Mick Foley made a lot of money when he's with Vince McMahon. Sorry, just back of my head itches. But Vince McMahon ain't no saint either. So a lot of the trouble he going through, like with the steroid scandal, like sexual harassment and stuff he does to employees and things like that. So yeah, like he ain't no angel. And people like watching Vince McMahon was God. They kind of did the same thing with Hogan, but you know like the wrestler you can respect, but the human being you can like hate all you want. But just in general, like good for Mick Foley for standing for his beliefs and don't let nobody tell you different. And kind of same thing with everybody else. Like people will have their beliefs. Hmm, that's interesting. Matt Hardy chooses backstage position after in-ring retirement. So he probably gonna still be around on TNA. He probably should jump like WWE and have them, do something. So yeah, and also although people claim that that match tonight that just happened, the very first match of the NXT with Dia Hale ended up winning the women's North American Championship. Excuse me. My opinion on that is like about time and congratulations. Even if it was like a botch or not, how the finish were, that's good. Because it seems like they're not gonna like they wasn't gonna like push her anyway until later on. Of course, she was 18 when she entered into business, and was it been like 4 or 5 years now, and I think she like 23, 24, and like I said, good for her. 22 or 23. I'm sorry. So good for her. Let's see. Yeah, we know one of Sting's sons that end up in the independent scene wrestled this past weekend. So yeah, he did good. Let's see. Yep. I agree with Jeff Jarrett what he just said. John Cena's WWE Saturday Night Main Event loss was the dumbest finish ever. A slap in the face. Exactly, it is. Um, Maxine Dupree, yeah, she's getting better and better, especially the match she had. Rework on her, her game, and I ain't gonna say anything until I see it. I guess it leads to what's gonna happen next on Raw this coming Monday. So it'll be interesting, and I see what's gonna happen. Um, let's see. Uh, okay, so really, the season ain't gonna be not that much to talk about, but if y'all got any ideas, if you want to talk about something here on it could be wrestling, it could be Milwaukee Bucks, could be any development that's coming here in the city of Milwaukee, or any comic book movies and TV news stuff. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it on here like during the show. Um, yeah, we know about that. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. So it's been yeah, and Bobby Lashley is out due to serious injury. So just don't know what's going to happen, and we'll see. Drake's Oval teases WWE collaboration. So it's set to be revealed this coming Friday. So if it is, you know what? So what? So make good music, and we'll just see from there. Um yep, AEW Dynasty, which will be in April. Of course that will be in Vancouver. So cause that AEW been like doing stuff out of the states before, so you know that'd be cool. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, I know Wrestle Kingdom is coming up. So yeah, not anything that I'm interested in talk about, but oh yeah, congratulations to Lana and Rusev on she is currently pregnant, and they're respecting. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but it's gonna be sometime in early 2026. Um, okay, so yeah, really, not really much to talk about. So I'm just gonna we're gonna move on from the next thing where we want to talk about is the Bucks and Nets. And y'all see this look right here that I'm doing? It don't make no freaking sense that they filed this game. It was some points in the first quarter they was in the lead. Like it was like a close game. Then it just seemed like after the second quarter, like at the end of the second quarter and third quarter, they just their defense is not set up better enough. And like I said, I can't entirely blame some of the players because some of them did what they could, but it's like if one thing isn't working, find something else to do. So yeah, it was just insane. And everybody couldn't hit their shots, and it seems like when the Bucks get pressured, they fold, and they gotta learn how to play under pressure. Um, like I said, some people they had their on like on up and down games, and you want somebody that's every day want to have their best games every single time. But it's just some people, part of the times they're not built like that. So yeah, that's what happens. So oh wow, the Knicks called up. Okay, this would be interesting. So right now, currently the NBA Cup championship is going on. You see the Knicks is up by three. Like start of the fourth quarter. So it could be interesting. So let's go to quarter status. Um, the Bucks did not lead any quarter at all. Um, you see their highest was the first quarter, and that was 25, and that was the highest for the Brooklyn Nets as well, 37. And you got the Bucks 23, the Nets 28 in the second quarter. Third quarter, kind of like the same score with Milwaukee with 23. Then you got Brooklyn with 34. Like I said, it was just really, that third quarter. It's yeah. Then, fourth quarter, of course, they threw in the towel and the lowest that, the Bucks had scored in the quarter. And of course with the Nets tied with the lowest score in the quarter with the second quarter, so with 28. So yeah, it was horrible. And I think the other problem is, in my opinion, is like they force too many like the Bucks. They force too many shots, and they don't try to like set anybody up. It's like why nobody ain't setting no screens for one. Two, the players just the guards mainly they just do too much dribbling, and it just don't make any sense. It's like you really don't need to like do all that dribbling. It's like you trying to pass somebody, have somebody set you a screen, then they'll have somebody set up a screen, pass the ball, just set somebody up for like a shot. So and that's just crazy that Bobby Portis was the only person like off the bench, literally just like have something good. So like I said at one point, like I said, it was all Brooklyn, as you can see it from here, except for this area. And you see at times like in the first quarter, Bucks try to come back and it was just over then. So I thought started in the third quarter, but it actually ended up being start of the first quarter. So it was only tied once, and the longest run was 13. And as you can tell, the Bucks never led. I thought they did have a lead, but I guess not. They never led this game. I didn't even know that. I guess it was some point there. I guess it's tied, but not. Oh yeah, it was only tied one. So in the biggest league, yeah, for Brooklyn, 45 points. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's see. Neither team didn't do good in rebounding with Bucks 37 to the Nets 43. Um, the assist really does sucks for the Bucks 20 to the Nets 33. The steals ain't no better either. You got 8 steals from the Milwaukee, and you got Brooklyn with 14 steals. Only one block from the Bucks, and that is by Ryan Rollins. That's sad. And you got 4 blocks by the Nets. And like I said, too much dribbling, 20 turnovers, and you got Brooklyn with 13. Field goal wise, yeah, that's kind of sad with 39% from the Bucks and 53% from the Nets. For 3 point shooting, kind of one of their worst of the season with 23% for the Bucks, and the Nets had 44%. Free throw, a little bit of a problem there. With 75% for the Bucks, and you got 90. I'm gonna say 95% for the Nets. So with 4-1 seems like they probably missed like maybe one or two free throws, and that was it. Points in the paint, the Nets did a little bit better with Bucks 44 and the Nets 50. Second chance points, Bucks did have a little bit of an edge on that, 10-9. and fast break points. He was with Brooklyn with 24, then Milwaukee's 13. I'm sorry, but they really need to take care of the ball and be better on defense. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. Oh wow, Knicks up by 5 now. 95 to 100. Oh wow. Sorry, I just needed that. But anyways, I guess we'll go to the player status. We'll talk about the Bucks first. Um, Kyle Kuzma. Although 3-point shooting wasn't great, but he did okay, like with scoring and stuff like that. At least try to keep the team in it. But he had 13 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, with 3 offensive rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 2 from three, and 6 of 11 from the field. Gary Trent Jr. I think he led the team with 20 points, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, not bad 4 of 8 from three, and not bad mid range shooting or all that either. 7 of 14 from the field, so not too bad. The issue, I have with Miles Turner, but I'm not laying this entirely on him. But I think it's the coaching. Like, you don't always have to be right there by the 3 point line. At least have him like go into the paint from time to time, and he would probably be more dangerous there. But anyways, yeah, he had 9 points, 1 assist, only 3 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the free throw, so not too bad. 0 of 2 from three and 2 of 4 from the field. That's not good. Let's say Kevin Porter Jr. That's not good for him either. Had the most turnovers with the team with 6, 4 steals, and he had 7 assists. Ryan Rollins, still another bad shooting night for him as well. 11 points, 1 block, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 5 from three, and 5 of 11 from the field. Not too good. And like I said, the only person was in double digits that actually done good for the Bucks was Bobby Portis, and he didn't play as much as he should. So, anyways, let me see. I know that's 10 points. Sorry, go back a little bit more. So, excuse me. 10 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. So that's out of the ordinary. 2 of 3 from three and 4 of 7 from the field. So not too bad, but they just didn't play him enough. So yeah, not too great. Um, let's see. Oh wow, they have at least one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 people. Well, 8 guys. Well, 9 guys in double digits. And wow. Okay, well, I guess there's majority of them we can talk about. So we'll just do the star lineup first. So Michael Porter Jr. with 12 points. Sorry, I didn't mean to unblock that, but 12 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the free throw, horrible 2 of 7 from three, and 4 of 11 from the field. So not a good shooting night for him, but they won. They somehow won. So uh, Noah Clowney, 16 points, 2 blocks, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 4 of 8 from three, with 4 of 9 from the field. Nick Claxton, 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, um, 5 of 8 from the field. Terrence Mann with 12 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 3 from three, and 4 of 6 from the field. You go Demi. Sorry if I say his name wrong. Have like 17 points, and I think that was a high for the team overall. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. So Gary Trent Jr. had led all scorers, and you got Igor that led the team with 17 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 6 of 8 from the field. Then we begin with the bench. Zaire Williams, 10 points, 1 block, 1 steal, two assists, three rebounds, 2 of 4 from three, and 4 of 6 from the field. Tyrese Martin, 14 points, two steals, two assists, one rebound. That was an offensive rebound. 4 of 5 from three and 5 of 8 from the field. That's crazy. And Deron Sharp, 10 points, four steals, five assists, eight rebounds, so near double double. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw and 4 of 6 from the field. Danny Wolf, although he had like a horrible shooting night, but he still, had 8 points, one steal, two assists, four rebounds. And was one more person, and that would be Trey Powell with 13 points. I believe that's was that one steal, three assists, four rebounds, perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 4 of 7 from the field. But yep, yeah, and plus some of our injuries are really really hurting us as well. So yeah, but I think the problem is they gotta like slow down and let me look at Jericho Sims' rebounding. Yeah, 7 rebounds with three offensive. So I'm glad they playing them more and not bad for having like 7 points and 7 rebounds. Probably got to get him to do more on the like defensive thing. So they really Doc really got to do something. But I'm probably with some of y'all with like Doc needs to go. Excuse me. But it's like, what more can you do? So final score of that game, 82 to 127. Their next game, they will face Toronto at home, and they do got a special for that game. They give away Bucks wrapping paper. I think for the first 10,000 people, I believe. So yeah, that'll be something for everybody. And I think they split right now, one win apiece from Toronto and Milwaukee. So maybe some things will turn around. We hope. And plus, yesterday, was like the first day that the players that signed like recent contracts over the summer, they are eligible to get traded if that's the case. So who knows? Maybe Bucks are looking for some moves because currently they saying right now they looking at Jeremy Grant, Zach Levine, and I think it was two players from the Pelicans too. I can't even remember who they are, but I think one of them is. I know everybody's talking about them, but I think the other one was Trey Murphy. I believe. Not sure. The main problem is, they always using that small ball lineup. That's one of the problems. Two, um, I think too much dribbling on that offense and not enough, setting up picks and stuff for somebody to get open. It's just a headache and a half. It really is. Um, let's see. Yeah, Raptors and Bucks, and that's sad that the Raptors are doing better than the Bucks at one point. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Um, Current game championship with 7 minutes to spare. Spurs. Oh, okay. Now they up. 10 not up, but like they just scored. So Knicks is up 101 to 106. So plenty of time. No, anything can happen. And like I said, we're not gonna look at standings and staff after the Spurs and the Knicks game, the championship game for the cup is concluded. So starting Thursday, if I it's probably going to end up being Friday. Then I'm probably going to end up doing like another Bucks video because yeah, work Thursday. So most likely Friday. From that point on, we're gonna start looking at the standings and stats in the NBA, including the Bucks. So we will be looking at that. So we're gonna skip from one point and hopefully wake up call on Thursday and hopefully it goes from there. Or hopefully, we get some news about what's going on with Giannis. So, because most likely they're making it seem like he's gonna be back by the end of the month. So we'll just wait and see. Anyways, only one thing to talk about. That's Milwaukee development, and that's like the area downtown with the Northwestern Mutual area. So it's gonna be like a new hotel in downtown. So the former University Club that's on 924 East Wells, it was bought by Northwestern Mutual this past June, and yeah, it's really just gonna be like a small boutique hotel. So they did explain more, what's gonna be. So let's see, the hotel, which will be managed by South Carolina-based Charleston Hotels, will have 35 rooms on the third, fourth, and fifth floor, full service restaurants and bars on the first and sixth floors, which is not too bad. Event space and private dining for the first and second floors as well. So, like I said, it's like I said, we need like more hotels around here, and I'm glad it's more the narrative that they're going to be doing that. Um, they said they're going to start what January to. It's mainly like they're not going to do like the outside. They just mainly going to do the inside of it. So that's probably why it's going to take longer than usual for them just to focus on the inside. So let's see. This MCI knew. Okay, so they say expect to be ready by spring of 2027. Was they mentioned they was gonna start construction the inside. I know I saw that somewhere. Let me look. Yeah, they will start next month actually. Yeah, they will start next month with the inside maintenance system upgrades and oh wait a minute, construction of the project is expected to begin in January after work currently underway to address deferred maintenance and major building system upgrades wraps up. So yeah, so like I said, they ain't gonna do nothing but mostly in the inside. So then again, that whole area that they rebuilding for Northwestern Mutual is gonna be done around that year too. So I guess perfect timing. So that's good news. Like I said, they need more hotels around here. Although it ain't gonna be that much, but at least something is gonna be done. So I know there's more hotels to come, and one of the things we can wait and see. So that's it for Milwaukee's development, and let's get to comic book stuff. There we go. We're gonna do Marvel first because there's more like stuff about Avengers Doomsday trailer. Let's see. So one of the trailers will be out. It's either tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow they're gonna release it. And of course things with Wonder Man that's gonna be out next month. And this is interesting. Like this could be a theory or it could be true. We don't know. So they're saying the spell that's causing everyone to forget who Peter Parker is gonna be broken after Secret Wars when their universe is reset, which makes sense. So yeah, that it makes sense at all. It really does. Um, let's see. Oh, he okay. Daredevil will be on Avengers Secret Wars. So if he's not, on Doomsday, don't be surprised because he's still dealing with like other things that's going on with the war with Kingpin. So and of course the new season of Daredevil will be out next year. We thought it was gonna be March, but they said it may possibly end up being in summer. Oh, that'd be cool if Black Knight come back. He only had that one appearance in Internals, and it's just like wow. Um, Steve. Okay, so this will probably will talk about that. Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter will have a baby in Avengers Doomsday, which will be probably the female Captain America. That could be so. Could be one thing. Happy 43rd birthday to Charlie Cox, which was yesterday. Um, First trailer of Avenger Doomsday has been leaked. So this is supposed to be how the trailer is going to be featured in order. So the first trailer of it will focus on Steve Rogers. Second trailer will focus on Thor. Third trailer will focus on Doctor Doom, and the fourth trailer will focus on the entire film. So they kind of like different stages of the trailer, which is pretty cool. Something different. um, okay, we know about that, and create a new image. As y'all probably saw earlier, they think that on Spider-Man Brand New Day, they're gonna have Peter Parker be in the symbiote suit, which we're just gonna like wait and see. Um, let's see, concept art Galactus. And 6 years ago, Marvel's Runaway has ended, which was still a good show. 7 years ago, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was released in theaters. So that's the first installment that they talk about the Spider-Man animated trilogy. Spider-Man and Punisher reported would be teaming up to face the Grey Hulk. Huh. What about the other Hulk? First teaser will be a minute and 27 seconds. Okay. Uh, as y'all know, they wrapped filming last week, and I guess the gifts that the crew had was this. So that's pretty cool. Okay, new concept about Anna Taylor Joy as Silver Surfer. And first steps, and I thought they gave that role to somebody else. I don't know. Okay, they said the hand will be reportedly appear as Spider-Man's Brand New Day, so that being interesting. Because y'all saw like Daredevil, I think it was the second season that was on Netflix, that the hand was on there as well. Um, so I guess they're gonna release the trailer soon, but okay, so yeah, so here's the release of the days of the trailer. So Thursday, teaser one will be released. Um, Christmas Day, teaser two. So that should be interesting. Teaser three will be released New Year's Day, and January 4th will be that fourth teaser until they make more for the build up and stuff like that. Probably Bethany teaser he will return as Vision in Avengers Secret Wars. Um, yeah, we were just talking about that. Okay, just a second. There we go. So Thunderbolts has been nominated for excellence in sci-fi fantasy film at the 2026 Costume Designer Gold Awards. Hopefully they win something. Of course, a year ago, Craven the Hunter was released, which at first, I was critical for the movie when I was seeing it in theaters because I ended up falling asleep on it. Then get to watch it again, and it's not as bad as I thought. I'm not saying like it was great, but it was still okay. It's not worse than Eternals. Just put it that way. Um. Oh yeah. Sometime in 2028, that Black Panther 3 was gonna be released. We kind of know that. Um. Trying to think. What else? Loki will reportedly take the place of the Beyonders in Avengers Doomsday. Well, we'll see. Um, of course, the Midnight Sun project, that's gonna be in the works too. Blaze supposed to be like one of the movies that's supposed to come out in 2028, so it's probably gonna be a while when they have the Midnight Suns movie. Maybe they probably will come out with Maybe it'll come out, 2028, 29, or 2030. You never know. But yeah, it's going to be a while for that. Just put it that way. Okay, they still don't know, what's Sadie Sink won't be playing. If she was on Spider Man's Brand New Day. Rumors got her like Jean Grey, and they got her like a different role and stuff like that. So it's just all crazy. So it's like we're just gonna wait till believe it till we see it. Just put it that way. So yeah, like I said about Blade, they move it to 2028, and they it's been in talk for like since 2018, and it's just insane. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to DC, and we're gonna end the show. Oh my God, it is 10. Okay, DC updates. So when they start the show, the Doomsday trailer, I will like do a video on YouTube and just watch it and see what some of y'all think about it and give out my thoughts as well. Um, okay, let's see what updates that's going on with DC. Oh yeah, so that means producer may not be cast as Brainiac, which he was like one of the lead roles. Brad Pitt's potential role on the Batman 2 receives a disappointing update. So that means he probably didn't get the role. So with Scarlett Johansson's role, they end up saying she may end up playing the wife of Harvey Dent, which is also known as Two Face. So that would be interesting if that's the case. That's funny. Um, Superman lands two Oscar shortlists for Best Sound and Best Visual Effects. Well, that's something. And got no nominations at the Golden Globes. Ouch. They really, don't like superhero movies. It seems like, but as fans, excuse me, we gonna like superhero movies regardless. It's like an escape for us, and there's gonna be other people that don't know. They're not gonna understand it, and unless they read like at least a comic book and stuff like that, I think they will probably understand it more. And speaking of comic books, me and the wife were at Dollar Tree, like in the county on Sunday, and I knew there was rumors like about this like a long time ago about DC comics were being released at Dollar Tree, and yeah, it has been. I do got like I think it was a Batman one talking about the Red Hood, and the other one is the Justice League. And it seemed like they were focusing on some of the younger versions of Justice League. Lanterns is officially set to premiere in late summer 2026, so it's probably gonna be mostly out like in July or August. So most likely there will be no more DC projects till Supergirl, which would be late June. So yeah, 47 years ago today, Superman the movie was released. Oh, what a long time. Like they didn't show that that good look of how Lobo's gonna look, but so I'm not gonna say he looks great or something like that because if you saw the preview, they only show him for like a split second, so just couldn't get it like a good look of him. Um, okay, so oh yeah, and WB decide they're gonna stick with Netflix instead of what Paramount tried to do, try to like bit more because I think it was like what was it like 100 something billion to Netflix 84.7 billion. So I guess Paramount try to buy them and they try to do a hostile takeover, but didn't go very well and no there'll be let's just say they gonna stick with Netflix. So this is supposed to be the local Lobo, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna wait until they fully, show him, not like show him for like a split second, and you never know. So it was mainly the Batman Brave and the Bold and still in the writing process. Um, yep, kind of. Yeah, I kind of figure. Yeah, we know about that. Two Face. We did, talk about that. So they saying the Batman Part Two is probably heavily inspired by the Long Halloween. There was the animated version of the Long Halloween, like Part Ones and Part Two, that was out a few years ago. If y'all get a chance, just watch that. I think it's gonna be inspired by it. It's not gonna be like go from word to word from what happened, with the Long Halloween. But yeah, the Long Halloween, yeah, it was just like I wouldn't say like a mess in a bad way. It was like a mess in a good way. So y'all get a chance, go see that. And I know they got like a long like book about it too. So yeah, the main story for the new Lego Batman game is around 15 hours long. James Gunn Superman names Total Films Best Movie of the Year. And congratulations to the New York Knicks. They won the NBA Cup this year. So the Knicks finally have a title. You can say so. They didn't win it. They haven't had any titles since the '70s, and the last time they was in the finals was in 1999. So yeah, so it was long overdue for the Knicks, and it would have been good. The Spurs would have won it too. It would have been Wemby's first thing, but for majority of them there, I think it's like their first NBA Cup champion. So Knicks are the second team in the East to win it, third team overall. So yeah, you can put that on that mantle. Um, but yeah, okay, there's a little bit preview of the Lanterns. That's funny. Of course, concept art. Of course, they showed that little bit preview of the Lanterns. Like I said, they decided it wasn't going to be released in spring. It's going to be late summer of next year. So, Cram and the Supergirl woman tomorrow coming versus Cram and the Supergirl. So, I guess they're saying he may end up being, the main villain of the movie. Who knows? Because it seems like, preparations of Supergirl, especially, the first movie, it didn't receive that well. Um, excuse me. The TV series got a good like separation, no, a good reception, I should say, of it. Um, yeah, it's like 6, 7 seasons, I believe. And with the Flash when they did the Flash movie for the DCEU, Supergirl with a different look. So it was interesting, different look and just different overall. So that was interesting. But yeah, we can't wait to see it. But anyways, we're gonna edit from here and over an hour for the doing this video, so that's pretty good. I appreciate y'all, trying to give me the likes on my personal TikTok page. So we didn't get to 500 this time. Hopefully we'll get to 500 next time, and when we do, we will do like a giveaway for autograph of a picture of Bush Rector Luke. We're gonna give one of those away. And if you guys that's watching on YouTube, either
Robert
pre-recorded.
said you can look up.
Okay. Oh, he's not coming back.
No.
Okay. Okay, and you guys, watching on YouTube, like I said, pre-recorded or live, please, like today's video. Please give it a like. Likes that I was getting on the live today. and subscribe. And thanks for that one subscriber that now subscriber with WFSO. So I appreciate it. I probably ain't gonna know if there was more people subscribed. I probably will know by the end of this video live or pre-recorded, wherever the case may be. I'll find out more after that. So please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Most likely, we're not going to make it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but excuse me. But we can at least reach it to 1,000 subscribers at some point in 2026. So when we get there, we will start doing giveaways, and I know you guys going to want some free stuff. So yeah. Also, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Upcoming events like wrestling in the Midwest. Also, photos we took at wrestling events, Bucks events and stuff like that. And the wifey's right here. And don't forget to check out her website, maddiesmemory.org.
And I met Michael Myers. I did. I met Michael Myers.
Yeah, what I did for the business, well, she knew it was covered, but I was like the first person, to tell her that this was gonna happen, and we're gonna try our best to like actually for her to meet the guy that played Halloween. It was Halloween 1, Halloween 2. Then you have like the recent trilogy that was with this same guy that was playing Michael Myers. So she did get a picture with him, and she's happy ever since. So just glad I can get that experience for her, and she's happy.
So Michael Myers.
But yeah, if y'all want to like show support for the cause or like donate for like helping families, with grieving for the pregnancy and infant loss, you can go to madsmary.org. They got a QR code. Even if you want to know, what's going on, or somebody that probably needs some help, so send them to that website. We're also a proud sponsor of Slamman Championship Wrestling for their February show. So we don't have full details on that just yet. So yeah. And thanks to our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. They are on Facebook, so get a chance to check that out. And Great Scott Sports Cars. They do got a website, so check out their website, greatscottsportscars.weebly.com. There could be some stuff y'all could be like interested in, like whatever cards they got, buy, sell, trade, wherever the case may be. And like I said, plus this will next year will be the last year that Midwest Wrestling Collectibles will be give away selling their gear. So y'all interested in some wrestling merch, check them out. There's also like on our sponsor page on our website that will show the stuff that they have. So you get a chance, check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. Until the next video. I think the next video will probably would be talk about that Bucks game on Thursday. Unless there's some other news and stuff that we're gonna talk about that pops up, we will do a video on that. So, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good one, and man up, woman up, face up, and check your mental health, because everybody's gonna need some help with it. And plus, be there for that person. You never know when they're gonna need you when they at least expect it. So yeah, just be there for that person. But anyways, guys, thank you very much. Until the next video, you guys have a good one. See you later. If I can, there we go. And for here too, then we end the recording. See y'all later. And if you guys that's on live, until next time. See you guys later.